When I was in college, I used to sing in this group called the Jubilee Singers. They were a men's group, men's glee, and we would travel across the country and go on tour and sing while we were in college. And our music director was Dr. Bobby G. Cooper. Dr. Cooper became an endeared friend and mentor of mine. And Dr. Cooper, even after I graduated, would invite me to come back and go on tour, and my compensation to show appreciation, he would buy me a suit because he knew I loved dressing up. And I love this store called Back Rack, but I could never afford to shop in there. So Dr. Cooper would take me to Back Rack and let me pick out my own suit. And I'd pick out a suit, and that was my compensation. So I'll never forget, I'm at Back Rack, and I picked out my suit, and I lay it on the counter, and we're sitting there, and we're just talking, and I'm excited. And then the cashier breaks in and says, "Excuse me, Mr. Cooper, but your card was declined." I'm like, oh Lord, Dr. Cooper's card was declined. How embarrassing. Like, I mean, it wouldn't be a big deal if my card was declined because that's just Tuesday. But you know what I mean? Like, that's normal to me, Jack. That ain't nothing, but this is Dr. Bobby G. Cooper. His car was declined. Oh, Lord, and not only that, but I ain't gonna be able to get my suit. Oh, Lord, what am I gonna do? So I'm just sitting there. I didn't say none of that out loud, but I'm thinking all of that. Dr. Cooper looked at the woman with all the confidence in the world, unbothered, and says, "Try it again." And then starts talking to me. Well, no, I'm not listening to what he said. I'm thinking, oh, Lord, you don't tell a woman to try the same card again, Dr. Cooper. You give her another card, and then you give her another card, and then you got to call your daddy and say, "Daddy, I ordered this food at this restaurant, but now I can't pay for it. Will you come and help me?" I'm not saying that I experienced that at all in my life. But Dr. Cooper, you don't give her another card, and now it's really awkward, because now she's going to have to come back again. Oh, Lord. So he's talking to me about something totally different, as if this is not happening. And so I'm sitting there nodding, but I'm thinking, this is happening. So the cashier comes back. Mr. Cooper, I was like, oh, here she comes again. And then she says, "Sorry for the delay, but your card was approved." And as if he wasn't surprised, as if he expected her to say it, he says, "Thank you." And then continues with the conversation. Well, I'm not listening to nothing he's saying now, because all I'm thinking is, "Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Jesus. I'm going to get my suit. Praise the Lord." And I was like, "What kind of card you got?" Well, that's the other question. So Dr. Cooper hasn't acknowledged the awkwardness, hadn't acknowledged how this is weird at all. He grabs the bag, hands it to me, and we just walk out the store. And I'm thinking, this is the weirdest thing ever. So we walking out, and right before we get out the door, he stops me. He leans in. My name is Albert, but he called me Bert. But he was from the South, so he put a little slur on it. So he said, "Bert, I may have been delayed, but I ain't never been denied." And then walked out the store with the bag. Just walked out the store. I guess, church, what I want you to know is I don't care how hard it is. I don't care how rough it is. I don't care how down you are. I want you to know, just like Jesus wants this woman to know, you may have been delayed, but you have not been denied. Your God is for you. Your God is with you. Now is not the time for giving up. Now is not the time for throwing in the flag. God has a purpose. He has a plan, and he has a promise. He sent the black man to Bayside to tell you, you may have been delayed, but you have not been denied. Don't you give up on God, because he has not given up on you. He's not done with you. He's not finished. There's hope.